welcome to Rate My Gadget. Today we are looking at the installation of multi-way dimmers. What's a multi-way dimmer, I hear you say? If you have a Repenic smart switch and it controls a light that also has other switches in the house, so top and bottom of stairs, for example, the other switch that's not the Repenic smart switch has to be a multi-way switch, okay? That in order for them to speak to each other. So that's what we're showing you how to install today, is the multi-way switch.
Okay, so this is the smart dimmer that we've installed. So as you may recall from our other video, there is a smart dimmer in here and a dummy dimmer. However, what I now need to do is, because it's a two-way, and what does that mean? That means that it's controlling the same light. So let me show you, hold on. So at the end of this corridor here is another light switch, and that is the same light switch that connects to the same lights that's going to the smart dimmer. This one here is going out to the porch, so this is just going to be a dummy dimmer in my instance. And again, if you need to know what a dummy dimmer is, please go see our other video. But this side of the switch here is what's called a two-way. This is a two-gang, but I am going to be showing you how a multi-way connects to the end of a smart dimmer. And if you've got this scenario, as we said at the beginning, where you have a smart dimmer which is controlled by another light switch, then that other light switch will need to be a multi-way. Okay, so let me show you what this looks like and how to wire it up. Obviously, before you do any electrical work, do make sure that the appropriate lights on your fuse box are off. So I am turning off the upstairs and the downstairs lights, and you can obviously check with a multimeter. The reason I'm doing that is because in my setup, the downstairs lights need to be powered off because of the hallway that I'm changing, and the upstairs lights are where it links in via a two-way to the upstairs hallway that I was showing earlier on. So obviously, with all of this, if you are not sure, please seek professional electrical advice, but make sure it's isolated and make sure that if you can, it's locked out and no one else can inadvertently turn it back on. Okay, so I thought it was worthwhile just slowly talking through the wire connection. So on the left-hand side, you have the smart dimmer, and on the right-hand side, you have the multi-way. So for this configuration, where you obviously have a smart dimmer in a two-way with a multi-way, you will need to ensure that the wiring connection is basically symmetrical. Okay, so on the smart dimmer, and we show you how to install this on a one-way, but just as a reminder, the L here is the live coming from the circuit board. Okay, so that is the brown coloured, but obviously if you don't know what that is, please do check, but it's likely to be the one which you take out of the common, the COM. That is the same wire that goes into the multi-way here. So the L and the L are exactly the same. They are the wires that come from the circuit board, so they are the ones that are common. Then if you're in a two-way, which you will be if you're connecting a multi-way onto the smart dimmer, think of it as the smart dimmer is like the master that's controlling the lights turning on and off. So that's the one that from the digital connection to the app and to Alexa and all those kind of things, it will be the one that controls the lights. Now what you need to ensure is that the wiring basically matches on here. So whatever goes into the light itself, the same wire must go into the same side on here through this strange looking icon. Okay, now in a two-way, you will have two lines usually coming from the light. So these two here will be going up to the light itself. These two also you can utilize, so making sure that you have the same line that goes into the light on this side. You can, this middle hole or slot isn't utilized, isn't used for anything, but you can, to safely cap it off, use that as the second wire that goes into the light, as long as you match up these two. Or you can, with the other wire, just safely cap it off. Now, just to be very clear, in this video, I will be showing you the wire going into this side here, which is the going up to the light, and I will put it into this side here. Do not put more than one wire into any of these slots. Okay, only one wire goes in. So in real simple terms, if I was to just summarize, This on the Multiway is the live coming from the board, which is likely to be brown. This is the same line going to the light as this line here. And again, you can check that if you wish for a multimeter or do seek electrical professional advice. And this one here you can use as the other line that goes to the light, if there is one, which you can just use as a capping off, or you can cap it off inside the actual unit itself. But for this configuration, I am going to be connecting the board to L and the same single line going to the light here. So let's see what that looks like. Okay, so having turned the power off and taken out these screws here, this is going to become the Multiway and this is going to become the dummy dimmer, but I'm only going to show you the Multiway connection. So if I just pull this away from the wall here, you can see actually behind here. So on here you will have, they'll usually be brown, but obviously you can check with a multimeter. If you are not sure, do seek electrical professional advice. But this brown here, which will be going into probably something called common or live, is the live coming from the board. And that's the one that goes into the one marked L on the multi-way switch. These are my two ways coming into the top, okay, which is, so if I just zoom in, you can see that's that grey and that black, which have been sleeved with the brown because they are live. These two here, they will be going into on the multi-way, okay. Basically the smart dimmer controls the light power, okay. So let's do that and let's see what it looks like. So what I've done here, this is the multi-way. I've taken it out of its housing just to show you where the connections go. If you need to see how to do this, then please go look at our dummy dimmer video. But what you've got here, as I was saying, you've got this L, so that's where the brown live comes from the board. And then you've got this weird looking icon, which is where the two-way goes. Okay, so let me wire that into here, and then hopefully it will make sense. And then we can put the power on and go from there, okay? So as you can see, obviously go methodically through this, but you can see that I've taken the live from the board and I've put it into L. Now the two that I've got across there, those two I now need to plug into weird looking icon. So let me show you what that looks like. So this is what you do here. You can see that I've now plugged the two-way leads. One of them goes into the weird looking icon. And remember, that's the same lead coming from the smart dimmer we showed earlier on. And the other one goes into that blank. Okay. So just to be clear, because it's really important, the lead going into that weird icon must be the same light lead that came from the smart dimmer. The other thing to be aware of is I'm lucky enough in which I've got two earthing wires here. One of those will have to screw onto the back plate, so you'll need to look for an earthing wire. Normally they're sleeved in this yellow and green, and you can put that onto the back of the plate. But in essence, for this two-way multi-way, that's the configuration that you need there, okay? The other thing as well to be aware of, obviously before you connect it, is you'll need an earth wire. Now I'm fortunate enough that I've got two earth wires here, which should be color coded yellow and green, but obviously if you're not sure, please do check it's an earth with a multimeter. Again, if you're not sure, please seek professional advice. And that, I've just left this loose at the moment. There is an earthing connection which is down here, and you can see that there's an earth symbol just underneath it as well. So that is the earth point. And make sure you put that in, okay? I'm happy that all these leads are in and tight and there's no exposure to any metal bits. Now what you can do is you can turn the power on and check that these work. Do obviously be careful because you have got electrical exposure here. However, I'd recommend not to do that. Now it's putting it back onto the wall. And basically what you're doing is these two holes here will be going into these plates here. So screw this onto the wall and then we'll go from there. Now, hopefully you should be able to get this in, and the wires that are inside there won't give you too much of a problem, but you want to try and get this as flush as possible so you can put the plate over the top. Okay, so power is still off, but now you've got to a position where the box, you don't want it to be underneath, but you want it to just be flush. And if you want to check, put the plate by hand over the top and just check that there's no significant gaps behind it. there, okay? So you want the plate to be as flat to the wall as you can. The other thing to notice is if you tighten this up, there is slight give in which you can rotate it. So just make sure that when you're doing these screws up, that you're kind of pushing the box when it starts getting tight so that it's horizontal. Now, I'm happy. So I will put this over the top here and start screwing the screws and the lights on and turn all the power on, okay? Okay, so now that you've got the plate on the wall where you want it to go, now the next bit is actually fitting the dials over the top. So I've already done one here. So what you've got is that collar just screws on hand tight, and I'll show you. So you've got on the collar itself, you've got these two indents. They go onto the outside. You can tighten them up with a tool, but to be honest, you only need to do it hand tight. Turn it clockwise like this, and those two collars then hold that plate onto the back wall. Okay, like that. Now it's to put the dial on. So what you'll see is that on the dial you've got this flat end, you've got this flat end there. So you just line the two up like so, and you just push it on, and it's got a nice feel about it. Okay, so if I just show you on the second one, again, this collar just needs to be hand tight. Look where the line is, and then you can just put that over the top, put it over there, and there you go.
Okay, hope that helps, and thank you for watching. We've got lots of other videos on smart switch installation and other kinds of installation. So please like and please subscribe, and yeah, check it out.